Okay, I want you to imagine a war that never, ever ends. One that's fought in the deepest shadows against threats that, well, they pretty much defy reality itself. That's the world of Project Black Arrow. And today, we're diving headfirst into the heart of that conflict, the Long War.
And this quote right here, from the spy master known as Checkmate, is not just some cool, edgy philosophy. It is a survival guide. Because in this universe, you don't really have heroes and villains. You have predators and you have prey. And every single day, you have to figure out which one you're going to be.
So, who exactly is fighting this war? That would be Black Arrow. Think of them as a completely deniable, off-the-books organization. They're the ones who handle the nightmares that megacorporations and governments just pretend don't exist. They are the thin, black line in a war that has no finish line in sight.
Now, this story doesn't ease you into things. No, it drops you straight into the fire. I mean, look at this. Black Arrow is juggling multiple, system-wide crises all at the same time. A whole team flatlined. A black site just gone. And this isn't a special occasion. For them, this is just another Tuesday.
And that, right there, is the reality of the Long War. It's this never-ending cycle of crisis and response. Every victory is temporary, and every loss is just the setup for the next horrible thing coming your way. So let's see what that actually looks like on the ground.
To really get a feel for this war, we're going to zoom in on just one operation that just landed on their desk. Its code name is Night Vault. And, well, it's about to go very, very wrong.
All right, so the target is a remote research station called Theta 7. The problem? It's gone completely dark. Radio silence. Their only clue is a single, cryptic word sent by an undercover agent right before the whole place went offline.
The team they're sending in is Black Team, one of Black Arrow's absolute best Tier 1 units. We're talking a 6-person team of total specialists, led by this mysterious and incredibly dangerous operative known only as Reaper.
So they breach the station, and there's nothing. No resistance, no alarms, no bodies. Just blood. It's smeared on the walls, it's pooled on the floors, it paints this incredibly grim picture of a brutal, completely one-sided fight.
And you can see the sheer brutality of what happened carved into the station itself. There are these deep gouges in the metal bulkheads, suggesting something powerful, definitely not human, and just savage was unleashed in here.
But here's the thing. This is the mystery at the heart of the whole station. You have all this evidence of a complete massacre, but there are no bodies, not one. The entire crew has just vanished, leaving these bloody ghosts behind.
Following the drag marks deeper and deeper into the facility, the team starts closing in on whatever caused the station to go silent, and what they find is something they were absolutely not prepared for. In the heart of the station, they find it. The monolith. And listen, it's not just an object, it's like a wound in reality itself. It literally absorbs light, it warps the space around it, and worst of all, it whispers into your mind, breaking down your will and turning you into its puppet. Piecing together scattered logs and talking to a couple of terrified, half-mad survivors, the team learns the horrifying truth. The monolith invited the crew to understand it, and in the process, twisted their bodies into these monstrous new forms. It even corrupted the station's AI, creating something called the Chorus, a digital hive mind that is utterly convinced the artifact will fix all of humanity. Oh, and then there are the Children of Static, these entities the crew saw walking the halls that never showed up on any cameras.
So the mission has totally changed. This isn't an investigation anymore. It's about containment. But just getting the monolith out is only half the battle. Surviving the extraction? That's going to be the real test.
As they're trying to get out, Black Team gets ambushed, and it's not by corporate security guards, it's by something way worse. 5th-generation agents. These aren't soldiers, they're basically post-human weapons. They move in ways that defy physics, they can regenerate from what should be lethal wounds, and they can kill you with a thought.
One of the 5th-gen agents is especially nightmarish. She's humming a pop song while she fights, this cheerful little tune that becomes the soundtrack to her psychic attack, which causes one of the survivors to just collapse, bleeding from his ears.
The fight is an absolute slaughter. The first one to fall is Shadow, the team's close assault specialist. She's impaled and then executed by the female agent, who moves with this impossible inhuman speed and grace.
Next up is Ballbreaker, the heavy weapons guy.
He gets cut off and is just swarmed by the station's corrupted AI, the Chorus, and his teammate, Boxcutter, panics and leaves him to die.
When the survivors manage to regroup, Boxcutter lies. He says there was nothing he could do. But Reaper knows, and without hesitation, he executes Boxcutter on the spot for his cowardice. It's this grim, brutal moment, but it tells you everything about the unforgiving code that Black Arrow operators live and die by.
This mission, as insanely costly as it was, is really just one piece of a much, much larger puzzle. And its consequences are already sending ripples through Black Arrow, forcing them to adapt to a war that is escalating faster than ever.
I mean, just look at how quickly things are moving. While Black Team was fighting for their lives on that station, Checkmate's second-in-command was murdered. The very next day after Night Vault ends, a new agent, Talisman, is promoted to fill that gap. And already, another critical mission, Night Wind, is underway. There is no time to breathe. And here's some really critical context for you. Reaper, along with two other key agents, Werewolf and Joker, are all that's left of this failed super soldier program called Predatech. Reaper is a null vector, which means his very presence disrupts void powers. That's how he survived that psychic attack. Werewolf is basically a tank with superhuman resilience, and Joker is a shapeshifter. But for every single one of them, their power comes at a terrible, terrible price.
You see, the Long War never sleeps. As Reaper is giving his debrief, the story cuts to Agent Werewolf, who's in the middle of his own personal hell. He's being hunted through a neon-drenched city, bleeding out, all while trying to grab another reality-bending artifact. The fight is happening everywhere, all at once.
And all of this brings us to the one central question of the entire story. After seeing post-human killers, reality-warping super soldiers, and AIs that literally sing to the dead, what does it even mean to be human in the Long War? That's the question that just haunts every single page of Project Black Arrow.